Hey there guys, thanks for tuning in. In this video, I'm going to tell you about 10 easy, free, and effective ways to drastically improve your mood in 1 week. Okay, so my first tip is to have a strong contrast in your life. A lot of people will have either not enough going on in their life or they will have too much going on in their life. And both of those things can really be unhealthy and really not be good for you. So what I mean by that is ideally you should have something in your life that you are working very hard on, something that you're working very hard towards. Doesn't really matter what it is. If it's your job, I mean, that would be ideal. But I mean, it could be exercising, it could be a hobby. I mean, there's a million hobbies that you could get. It could be a project, you know. You get what I'm saying. You need to have that, and then you need to have equally enough time to relax and to recover and to just enjoy yourself, you know. Doing something pointless, you know, like watching a movie or playing video games, you know, enjoying yourself. You need to equally have that in your life. So that's my first tip, is to have healthy contrast in your life, have very sharp contrast of working very, very hard on things, and also giving yourself plenty of time to relax. And you do that, you're going to have a good balance, and it's going to be very healthy. Okay, my second tip, which you could also call a technique, is I highly recommend that you do things for other people. Do things like charity work, or just do what you can to help people out. But help people who deserve help. Help people in need, you know, people less fortunate than you. You know, do good deeds and all that kind of thing. In the current day and age, especially now, and especially with young people, people my age, millennials, and people in their teens and 20s, even 30s, there is this sort of movement going on. You could call it the New Age movement. And it is basically this movement that focuses entirely on self-improvement and focuses entirely on yourself. So things like diet, you know, veganism, social justice warriors, all sorts of things that are totally focused on yourself. And there's this whole movement that is driving everybody to be alone all the time and not do things for other people, to separate everyone, you know, separate the races, separate different kinds of people, separate people with different political views. And all of that is going to lead to a very unhappy you or me or anyone else. The thing is that humans, of course, as I'm sure you know, are social animals, you know, we're social creatures. And one of the best ways to employ or use the social dynamic to your favor is doing things for other people. You know, on the surface, it seems like it's not going to have any kind of reward for you, or it's not going to make you feel good. It's only going to use up your time. It's only going to use up your energy. And, you know, you don't get any money from it. You don't get anything from doing it. But I promise you, especially if you haven't done community service or charity work of any kind, you do it, you know, once, and you're gonna feel really, really good. I mean, it's very, very cleansing to do something good to help people. You get what I'm saying. A good example of what I'm talking about here is if you live in a city and you go to your local organic food store, your vegan store, health food store, and you go in there and talk to the people who are shopping there, talk to the cashiers. You'll notice that usually they are very unfriendly people, and they are very they're people of few words. They don't really want to engage in a conversation, and they're all pretty stuck up, and they all seem pretty angry, and they're not really what I would consider nice or friendly people. But if you go to animal shelter, or you go somewhere where people are doing community service or charity work, stuff like that, you're going to meet really, really nice people, and people who will instantly want to engage in a conversation with you, and will want to know things about you, and just friendly, good souls that you certainly won't find at the health food store. So anyways, yeah, that's my second tip, is to focus on other people. Don't focus so much on yourself, despite what society tells you. And yeah. Okay, my third tip slash technique is to learn how to let go, and learn how to accept defeat. A lot of times in your life, people or yourself, you'll go through rejections, or you'll go through things in your life where you couldn't get what you wanted, and there's a lot of frustration and disappointment and pain involved with that, and people will hold on to it for a very long time, because that's just human nature, to want to control things, and to want to somehow win things when even when we can't, or when something's impossible. So yeah, my second tip is to learn how to let go. My fifth technique is sort of branching off of the last one, and that is to stop worrying about things. A huge cause of unhappiness and stress, of course, is worrying about things and being paranoid about things all the time. It's not easy to stop being stressed out about things and to stop worrying about things, but do your absolute best. Make a conscious effort of it. Make a constant mental note of it, to always be aware of it, and to kind of watch for when it's happening. And a very good technique to stop this is to simply tell yourself in your head, to kind of remind yourself that when you're being paranoid or when you're worrying too much, just say in your head, I'm worrying too much, I'm being paranoid. And you do that, and when you're aware of it, then you can kind of deal with it. And dealing with it is easy, because it's as simple as, well, I'm being paranoid. Paranoid means worrying too much for no reason, and if I'm worrying too much for no reason, then there's no reason to be worried right now, if that makes any sense. Number 6 is to stop being afraid of things that you have been afraid of your whole life. A indirect cause of unhappiness and frustration and a lot of problems people have is that they are afraid of things, and they're letting things hold them back in life. They're not taking those risks that they should be taking. So yeah, that's my next technique here, is to be a risk taker. Go out of your comfort zone. Be smart about the risks that you're taking. Don't be stupid. Don't go jumping in front of trains or anything like that. But I promise you, risk-taking in general, getting an adrenaline rush here and there, doing something that takes a lot of nerve, asking for a girl's number, on the street, just a complete stranger, making a fool of yourself or something like that, that's really, really good for you. That's really healthy, and you do that several times throughout the week, and at the end of the week, you're definitely going to feel happier. My next tip is to get rid of clutter in your lives. Get rid of unneeded possessions and simplify your life in every way that you can. Something going on right now in the world is we are being trained and conditioned by media and by everyone around us, just by society around us. We are being conditioned that life and your self-worth as a person and your value as a person and happiness itself is what you have in material possessions. What kind of car you drive, what kind of house you have, what kind of degree you have, what kind of cell phone you have, what kind of watch you're wearing. I mean, especially in the West and especially in America, everything revolves around things. Everything revolves around possessions and materialism, basically. And so, yeah, that's something that you really, really need to get rid of. And this is extremely freeing, very liberating, to break that mindset and to break away from that mass mentality. The issue is that when you are that way, when you derive your happiness from material things, it's an uphill battle, and the happiness that you get from material possessions is so temporary. It's so short. But when you get rid of all those things, you are, of course, going to look for fulfillment and satisfaction and happiness in other things in life. And if you can do that, that is very sustainable. That's a lot more real, and everything has good value. Has real value, because the most valuable things in life and the most important things in life are not things that you can buy with money. Tip number 9 is an extremely important one, and that is to have something in your life that you are consistently progressing in and are consistently getting better at every day. This can be anything. This can be a hobby of yours. It can be exercising. It can be rock climbing. It can be riding animals. Riding horses. Riding a skateboard. Parachuting, surfing. Anything. Have something in your life that you are evolving in. That you are getting better at. Human nature, especially with men, and I'm sure with women as well, is that we need to always be evolving in something and getting better at something. And when we stop doing that, that is a very potent, a huge source of unhappiness. So have something in your life that you're passionate about and something that you can get better at. And if you're not getting any better at it because it's too difficult, then look for something that's more achievable, more realistic for you. And don't expect to have the result you want at once, okay? If you want to learn a new instrument, or you want to learn how to draw or how to paint, whatever it is, don't expect much out of it, but force yourself to do it anyway, and you will get better at it. And that's everything. That's half of your purpose in life, and half of the reason that you're even alive or even on this planet is that to do something and to get better at it. Okay, and my final tip is to have something in your life that provides you escapism. Escapism simply means that it is an escape from reality or from your life. Okay. As good as somebody's life could be, or as hard as someone is working towards being happy and successful, and they're being diligent towards having a good existence, everybody needs a break from it. Okay. And when you plug into a video game, or you listen to some music and go in a dark room, or do something that just removes you from the current moment, removes you from reality, it is very, very needed. It's very, very nice to have, and there's no shame in doing it. There's no shame in watching some anime, or playing some video games, or just doing something that gets you away from it. So yeah, you get what I'm saying. Have some sort of escapism. But anyways, that's all for this video. I promise you, if you do all these things that I said in this video, you will feel a lot better at the end of the week. You will feel a lot happier, a lot more grounded, a lot calmer as well, which is really, really good. Sorry this video was a bit rushed. I didn't script this video, and I just wanted to put this out there because I know it's going to help someone, and these tips really help me. Anyways, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you didn't like it, please give it a thumbs down. Let me know. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.